These are your children? Oh, she knows to give hugs.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. Oh,
So nice. She's over there too, but she doesn't walk.
good to see you.
Well, they probably like
Now that you got closer. No. You look just this child is so happy already.
She is a happy girl.
And he's the happy mother.
Well, you're the happy.
I see you.
I'm Eliana.
Eliana.
You can call me Eric, that's fine.
But it might slip.
Yeah, I'm the only one that...
Well, I know where he's got it right now.
We grew up in a duplex with Maggie most of my childhood, probably 3 years old to 15, 16. We have lots of good memories because she'd come out and play with us. One of the scariest memories was my older brother Adam. She was pitching softballs to us and he nailed a line drive and it hit her right in the middle of the chest. And we were terrified. We were like, oh, it was a very hard hit. And it immediately bruised up. It was bad. But she survived and thrived. We're very thankful to be here. And thank you for inviting us.
I remember the dress that I had. That was Depression years. And if you got a new dress, you knew it was a big occasion. So I was the baby of the family and a caboose also. The older sister in the family was 15 years old when I was born. One that my older sister was 15 years older, and she told me after I was all grown up that she was very mad at my parents when she found out that there was going to be a fifth child, because there had been 5 years with no other children. And then if somebody's laughing, maybe that thing happened to me. I was not welcome, especially in her eyes. But she was, I think she was meaning this. She gave me a big hug and she said, but once you got here and you were a happy, smiling baby, we all liked you. So that was okay.
So Mary Hanson Harrison wrote, "Dear Maggie, my mentor and cherished friend, I wish I could be with you today and with all your friends and admirers. Of course, we all remember your well-deserved Wilf Des Moines Branch's Strong Feisty Woman Award, one of the very first ones. However, I'd rather thank you for all the times we spent together, learning, laughing, and loudly protesting the wrongs of an ever-changing world. The memory I cherish the most is you standing up in a peace conference, I think in Minneapolis, and you pulling the U.S. Constitution out of your purse. Not only did you waive the Constitution, but also asked Bill Moyers, the leading speaker, if he knew anything about move to amend. It was apparent that he did not. Afterward, I have a photo somewhere. You went up to him and explained it thoroughly. His response? No smirk, no dismissal of this woman, rather an intent look of a schoolboy being lectured by a respected teacher. And yes, a few months afterwards, I heard an interview with him where he was explaining the Move to Amend movement. Priceless. You know, just talking about that really moves me, because I think that's the way we create change. And people change and learn new information that way, one-on-ones and taking time to listen. I think this is the brick that Jan was talking about. She said, you have a brick on the street She didn't know exactly where that street was, but Jan, I'm thinking, is talking about the Plaza of Heroines that she just announced in front of, thank you for saying that. And dedicated to your untiring work for democracy. A woman's work. There, set in stone, so to speak, your worth can be seen by many. But for me, it's the dancing, the laughter, and the tears we shared that stay with me in good times and bad, and that is engraved in my heart. You are a leader, a strong voice for compassion, along with a steely-willed, practical intelligence. You will forever be dancing and loving and strong. Thank you for being a part of my life, and I send my love eastward now, because Mary Hanson Harrison now lives in New Mexico, toward a great group of women and men there today. We need to be together now more than ever. Years in love and feistiness, Mary Hanson Harrison, past president of WILF US section and WILF Des Moines branch. Thank you very much for listening.
Mary Hanson Harrison was very special. She is now, we haven't seen her for a long time because she moved to New Mexico, but she was president, all the offices, and always a wonderful speaker and getting quoted and so on. So I wish she were still here, but I know wherever she is, she's doing a wonderful job.
Well, the first time because it was a surprise.
It is a big surprise. Thank you, Ann.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Betsy.
birthday!
Thank you, both of you. I'm so happy to hear from you. This is my daughter Ann, my firstborn, and she's the one that helped me with the other two, or I couldn't have gotten through with it.
You were pretty intrepid. I'm not sure I was at my help, but thank you.
Oh yes, you were. I just remember. I was thinking when I remember looking back on it. There were about 2 or 3 years between, and then I had two starting at age 31, two within 12 or 13 months, and you were there 4 or 5 years old, helping me all the time.
Yep, I was 3 years older than Sarah.
Okay, but when she was 1, you were 4.
I was 4 when she was 1, absolutely.
Just to get that right.
Yes.
You know, we've got you on the microphone here too, Ann. So if you'd like to say something that we can all hear, we'd love to hear anything you'd like to say about your mom.
I'm holding the microphone in my hand if it isn't good.
Oh, no, we can hear you for sure. So, Mom, thank you. Thank you for all that you've done, and we're so glad that you're having a good birthday.
Yes, and we're glad that you can have such a huge turnout. All your fans are there.
That's right. And we're just really thankful for all the years that you've been on the planet and all that you've done for everybody else and all that you've done for us.
And Maggie, thank you for creating this wonderful woman that I was able to marry.
Oh, that was very fine of you to remember that last two. You are sharp. I'm glad she found you.
So am I. I got you to thank for that.
Okay, and I have you to thank for lots of good memories, and let's keep on having even more.
That sounds good.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
But we didn't want to take you away from all of your friends, but we just wanted to be able to say happy birthday, while you were having the party.
Yes.
And thank you. This is what we can do with modern communications these days.
That's right.
So did you like your cake?
How many of the rest of you have had a birthday party where you've had a...
It's been so much fun knowing Maggie these past 25 years. And we used to go to programs, we used to go to events, concerts, and Maggie would be driving, and she'd say, okay, we're going to stay so long, and then we have to go to another one. So we would pop, But the other one is Maggie loves baseball, okay? Yay, Cubs. Cubs, here in River City. She would get coupons. We'd get a bunch of coupons. We'd get anywhere from 3 to 5 people. We even had Chad Hensley, he was in his 90s, you know, dragged him to the game. Then we'd be sitting up there, throw the umpire out or whatever. So, anyway.
Anybody else?
And I first met Maggie and Jane and Marty Hawk, who's no longer with us, when I was serving in the legislature way back about 50 years ago. And, you know, we all had the same issues and the same concerns, so we became very fast friends. I just would like to say about Maggie, I've always told her that her greatest talent is that she recognizes issues and things that have to be done long before other people do. And she's sort of like Thomas Paine, you know, going around saying, the British are coming, the British are coming. Yeah, she would really tell us about things like corporate greed. You need an amendment to the Constitution to try to stop corporations from using their money as their speech. She worked really hard with Jane on nuclear issues. Just a really impressive woman. And I'm very happy that you're my friend, Maggie.
I'm happy that you...
I'm Randy Nordiker. At the duplex, we had a rule that we couldn't use guns, our kids, our boys. No guns, because of this peace gal, peace activist. And okay, now I was an environmentalist. You know, I mean, I wanted to save everything. Don't throw any of your paper away, please, today. Anyway, but yeah, no guns in the yard. You know, to shoot. You know, machine guns. You know, there's you know, whatever. And so, okay, we did that. Well, what does my son Eric do? He comes out with a stick and starts shooting, you know, with a stick, you know, I mean, a fake gun type of thing. And she thought that was kind of funny, but we always have too. So he came up with a weapon, but it was a fake one.
Yes.
And
He was always coming up.
yeah, anyway, so that was just one of those things. I just thought of that memory a little bit ago.
Well, we all know what a great effort Maggie puts out for the community, but she helps individual people too. 9 years ago, I lived in Des Moines and was having a rough time, and I was moving out to Story County, and I had a lot of stuff in storage here, had stuff in storage out there too, and I didn't have a car. And out of the blue, about a month after being out there, Maggie gives me a call and says, Sherry, you're going to need a car. And she loaned me $4,000. And just out of the goodness of her heart, you know, without any thought whatsoever. And it helped me so very, very much. You know.
My goodness, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, so it's been 9 years ago, and I just waved goodbye to my truck this last week, and so was thinking about you.
It was a little yellow truck.
Well, a big yellow truck. And it helped me a lot because I needed to have it to be able to move my stuff out of storage, and it's helped me a lot over the years. It was such a generous and thoughtful thing. So I really appreciate that.
It was easy to do.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Maggie. Happy birthday to you.
They're very tall candles. We could let them burn for quite a while. Instead of cutting into it, should we let the candles burn away? No. Sure. No, I'm not. I'm kidding.
That is a pretty.
And I love the way it has the picture with me saying resist. If anybody remembers what I was resisting.
Aren't you resisting every day?
I think so, just in general, right?
Okay, you can blow them out.
Okay.
Okay, one
Gotta
more.
make a wish. Oops, sorry.
Okay.
Make a wish.
Blow from here out, Maggie, so you don't burn yourself.
Ready?
Good job.